My name is Dabira Adeyinka, and I was one of the protesters at Lekki Tollgate. In fact, I participated to a lot of extent. I was actually the lady on the stage on the day of the shooting with DJ Switch, telling people not to stand, that they should sit down, so that we won't have so much casualty, and so that these military people will know that we are sober, even in our position. And even when they started their shooting, it wasn't even up until the time of curfew before the shooting started. And this shooting were in two parts, and they were shooting in the air and they were shooting directly at people. If you go check those videos of that day, see me on the stage, and I was looking at the dimension of their shooting. I saw these guys shooting at people directly, and people were falling. People were dying instantly. At least with my own very eyes, I could count 6 persons that were lifeless. In fact, one elderly man that was wearing lace. I interviewed him a few minutes before that shootout, and the man, his body is nowhere to be found, no information about him anymore. And since that day till this present point in time, I've been combing hospitals about, searching for the database of these people, because they become our own responsibility. We were the people, the front runner of that protest, and it's our responsibility to take care of those people that were down. So many people were in the hospital. We heard that the government was giving them free treatment, but the negligence from the general hospitals was nothing to write home about. They were giving people free treatment without provision for feeding and all that. And these people, from that day to this present point, a few of us had to be making provision for their feeding. At some point, the hospital will say they have done their best and they should continue to pay on their own. We start taking responsibility for these bills up on this present point in these homes from Lekki Tollgate, that their legs have been amputated. I have victims that are dead, that their families are here. I have victims that had bullets in their brain, that they made it through the surgery. I have victims that are still in emergency ward up until we have dozens of victims to show for this. So I don't know why somebody will come out to say that people didn't die, to say that they didn't shoot at anybody, and a few people just fell because they had high blood pressure or something. I don't understand where that excuse is coming from. I've not been able to come on here because I had to go around hospitals on a daily basis, taking care of these people. What we want is justice. We want the government to admit to what they have done and do the right thing. We're not saying we want to, we know we don't even have what it takes to fight them. But they should please. These people have become, they're not even useful to themselves. And on them and start offering them 200,000. It's disheartening. And people are saying this does not exist. Please, I'd like you to go into that bus and see victims there. I see have hundreds of victims in the hospital that are yet to be discharged. Some of them are in Bobby, some of them are in Lasut, some of them are in private hospital. This is real. This happened. I saw that, but in fact, somebody pushed me and took my own bullet. Somebody took my own bullet. If it wasn't for the general that came later to stop the shooting, they would have killed every one of us at that place. But I approached that general and I begged him. I said, please, we need to go get ambulance for these people. And he gave me, that's a passage to go get ambulance. And I'm bringing the ambulance to that spot. They turned us back. This happened. Nigerians, this happened. People died. And bodies were taken away. Bodies were taken to hospitals. And at night, they were disposing of these people. It could be anybody, it could be me, it could be anybody that's related to any one of us. Out with one voice and say through this. This is what we don't want in this society. We don't want to be marginalized. We are citizens, for God's sake. We voted these people in power. They should not oppress us with the same power we have given to them. They should stop this and do the right thing. And what we want is government that is accountable. That is what we are asking for, nothing more. We just want accountability. We want to be able to respect our officers, and our officers give us our own respect. Police are supposed to be our friend. We were fighting for their own cause. We were asking that police should be reformed. We were asking that police welfare should be increased so that they will be respected in the society. It was not enough for them to shoot at anybody. They were not criminals. They were not hooligans. Lekki Tollgate was peaceful. I slept on that ground for days. It was a peaceful protest. These people don't deserve it. These people don't deserve to be turned out or to be neglected.
My name is Ibe Perpetua Kamsiyoju. I'm a victim, or I'm a protestant who was on ground that very night when the incident happened. And before the whole incident started, before the whole thing, the protest has been a peaceful one, because I, as a person, I work tirelessly to make sure that, with other crew members, to make sure that the protest was a peaceful one. And up until on the 20th of October, before the shooting, the protest has been a peaceful protest. So while this thing was going on, everybody was happy. We all, even when they said there was curfew, we asked, hold your flag, recite and sing the national anthem. Nothing will happen. We all believe in that, because we know that yes, with your flag, it's more like an assurance. But we saw a drastic move from what we were told. Some are defeated, some are injured, some are killed. So the world must know the truth, and the most must hear our voice. So we won't keep quiet until justice is prevailed. Thank you. I saw lives left body. I saw life left body, and I saw bodies being thrown into the van, soldier's van. I, as a person, I was threatened by a soldier that they would shoot me because I was telling guys to pick the bullet shell. 2 of them approached me. I was trying to get their name, but their names were not on their uniform. Their name tag was removed. So there is no form, there is no means of identification. They are looking for every loophole to cover their evidence, to close the evidence. They don't want any trace. So when they were looking for bullets, I was asking guys, please pick bullet. Please, if you see the shell, please pick. 2 of them attacked me because I helped a guy to the ambulance. 2 of them attacked me. They said, so that me, this stupid girl, that was the word. They say, you this stupid girl, so you are the same person who asked this guy, if you don't leave here, I go shoot you, useless girl. I thought, guys, the least he can do is to shoot me. I was threatened by 2 of them. The other one said he will hit me. I said, God, hit me, because that is what he can do. Now,